I think that just goes to show it there, Johnny. That is the closest prediction BDS has been a part of since probably the beginning of the season. Every other time we've had them, it has been 70+% for them the majority of the time. Solary looked awful to start the season. They came close once before. Now they look to topple the Giants.
You know, they're peaking at the right time, and I've got to be honest with you. I'm thrilled to see them peaking at the right time. I casted this team a whole bunch at the start of the season in the grid. They looked great. They could never bring that form to RLCSX regionals, and they didn't even look like they're a threat to teams like BDS. And now they do. Oh, already Chaussette sending them something to think about. And Astral starting off the series in the NASCAR. It's a car that he switched to as they were losing 3-1. in the last series, and it really helped him elevate his game. Ended up getting the win for Solary.
I mean, some people call it placebo. Astral will call it the right thing that was needed at the right time. To move on in, Ferret hits the crossbar. What a statement that would have been from Solary. A team that I'm fairly certain... I think a lot of us came into that first regional back in full, and a lot of people were saying Vitality versus Solary, because this was a team that had a solid off-season for themselves, and now they're finally hitting the peaks that we expected them to be at, but now they're up against that offense from BDS. Not the best touch from Mark. There's a chance now to play out. Astral can't find the second. It's going to pop down. Well played to the corner. That buys the team some time.
It's that record that's so scary against BDS. They haven't lost the grand final all season long. And now the infield pass to Monkey Moon will go undefended and into the roof of the net. Perfect shot by Monkey Moon. But that's really hats off to Extra. Look at the vision. Spots Monkey Moon lingering in the half and sends it straight towards him.
And that'll be a message to Astral as well. You could see him floating off to the side. Ended up removing himself from any position to be even able to challenge. Needs to stay centralized. Needs to respect the fact that BDS can keep that offense going for extended periods of time. And don't start loitering until you know that you're already out of danger. Nice shot set. Now we're going to try and put BDS in a little bit of danger themselves. Monkey Moon owning over to Astral one more time. Up goes Farah, and Farah ends up scooping straight past it, but that actually sets up the rest of the team. Shot set! Blasts through the challenge. One each.
Excuse me, Chaussette must have places to be. He didn't wait back on that one. Dunk it on Extra and sending the ball straight to the top corner. A bit fortuitous for Solary though. That miss from Ferro was not intentional, although he communicated it nice and early, so his teammates were able to follow up quickly. That's good coverage by Chaussette. He deflects the ball safely to the corner. Can he follow up? Yes, he does. A solid defense again from Chaussette, getting goal side on a second ball after Astral's weak clear. What a day Chaussette's had, but it doesn't stop now, and it needs to continue. Marked by 8, looking for the open net. Astral recovers, scrambling in the defensive end. Solary hanging on as the marked by 8 is a bit of a rampage on his retreat.
4 players all go, but it comes up to Astral. He's won the race. Couldn't find the power on the shot though. Extra looking for his own chance over the top of Chaussette, but Chaussette's just doing exactly what he needs to do there. Force the play up as high as it can possibly go and make sure it's so much more difficult to score as Astral looks for Monkey Moon. And Monkey Moon held his nerve brilliantly.
Well, Monkey Moon's been putting in time in ones, and you can tell, just look at that, to wait that long for the air dribble demo to fly overhead and then make his move on the ball. That's incredible to witness that kind of patience, that composure in a grand final. I mean, BDS, they want to prove that they're back at their best. They lost 2 events in a row for the first time in the RLCSX season. Now, that's not really a stat that you should be ashamed of. It says more about the rest of their season, but still, they want to get another grand final win, make it 15 straight.
Astral 40 boost and a chance to try and beat both players. Once again, looking for Monkey Moon on the bump. So far, Monkey Moon has avoided them really, really well. Now called into action once again defensively. Monkey Moon really showing off what he is capable of on the defensive side of the ball. Astral. Oh, that's just gross. And he might add to it. Astral off the ceiling and found the dunk. We don't go biased too often, but I really wanted to see that go in.
Yeah, I wonder if Stumpy and Cole still disagree about Astral being in the EU All-Star team. I know we got a bit of recency bias here, but he's playing pretty well. And he's been having a good season, in my opinion. I think Chaussette is the one who's really, today, elevated massively. I'm so impressed with his finishing and, the consistency in defense as well. That, for me, is the thing that's been missing from Chaussette all season long. Hasn't been missing today, and Solary are benefiting from it.
Well, that's the part that you always think of when you think of Chaussette really popping off. A lot of the time you think of the dribble plays that he was pulling off over in Montreal, as we do have Mark and Monkey Moon. Got to figure out which shot of those is going to be on target. Now Chaussette going to show off some of those dribbles. Only 14 boosts, try to find Astral with the pass. But it's that 1v1 dribble defense that Chaussette has always added, because not only does he get the chance to go his way, he usually holds it nice and close to his car on the way back down, forcing a second player to try and beat him. Marked by 8.
Wow.
Ready up. And Astral somehow outpaces him.
Yeah, Astral, it looked like he was covering the shot. That's why the pass went in field instead. And Astral adapted midair, got that pass out of the way as well. So that's just really good reading of the play and execution on his flight path from Astral. Farah needs to find a way into this game, though. He's been out of boost for most of this first game of the series. And, you know, that can happen on occasion at this level. But his team needs him just as much as they need Astral to keep popping off, and as they need Chaussette. There he is, Farah sweeping away what could have been a dangerous ball.
Astral tries to pop the ball back up. Extra keeps him on it, actually. It's now dropped down. Chaussette can't win the challenge. Mark can keep this going. He's got support on the way. But Farah will find the ball down for overtime. Next goal wins it.
That's some great pressure on the ball by Chaussette. Didn't want to leave Farah alone at the back there. Marked by 8 still. Being the leader for most of the BDS attacking plays, whether it's on the ball or off the ball. He likes to get up front and cause problems. It's a fantastic catch by Astral. Takes 2 out of the game. Astral and Farah have to say bye to that one. And it's Monkey Moon's double touch that takes Chaussette and Astral out of the game as well. It's 2 for 1 from BDS and 2 consecutive defensive plays.
Monkey Moon has been phenomenal so far this game. It'll be a little bit upset that he hasn't been able to shoot on the other side of the field, but that's going to be a possibility for them. Drops over to Monkey Moon, sets himself up for the double. The first hit was just a little bit too much power. Just didn't have the boost to follow up after that. Get the clear. Booming clear again from Monkey Moon. Mark will try and chase. Low boost for him. We're saying that about a lot of players.
It's good coverage again. Both teams are rotating brilliantly. They're not running away from the ball and giving it to the opposition for free. You're seeing a lot of contests from the far side of the ball, and both teams need to do that when you have redirects available. You've always got to watch out for Astral, marked by 8, to make those runs. If you give them space, they will punish you. Well, Monkey Moon's on the wrong side of that one. Chaussette trying to bring it back to 2019 where he's dribbling everybody. 1v3. Now he's got a bit of help from Farah. Went for the demo on the back wall. Didn't connect with it. Monkey Moon, elusive as ever.
Farah, oh, that's wasteful from him. He knew where Monkey Moon was. Still ended up putting it straight into him. Here's Extra now from the corner. Sets himself up to win it! And Extra goes by himself.
Huge read by Extra. He had Chaussette to worry about initially, and he just dispossesses him with a rush challenge. Chaussette wasn't ready for that one. And then the pass to himself. Extra doesn't need any teammates on that play. Just does it all. Starting in defense with a solid challenge and transitioning beautifully into attack. And, you know, Extra had a bit of a quiet game there, but ended up being the player to really steal the show in the closing seconds. BDS do what BDS do. They take a win in a grand final. Solary need to stay with them here. They got, you know, a comeback in the semis against SK. You have to imagine it's going to be harder to make that kind of thing happen against BDS, especially with the record they've had this season.
And we've seen BDS follow a pattern quite often in their grand finals where it starts off looking close and then mid-series they figure something out and they break their opponents. They get that one big play. Got to look towards a lot of their series against Vodafone Giants for exactly that vitality. They managed to just dismantle partway through that series. Solary need to avoid exactly that happening. And in order to do that, they need both Chaussette and Astral to keep playing at the level that they currently are. And just, you know, a bit of luck. You know, one challenge that pops out to someone that's around for a shot can go a long way for you in a series like this.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Astral and Chaussette already. You know, they've had great days at the office. I do want to see more from Farah. I think he had a really rough game one. He was boost starved almost every single time that I switched to his perspective. And like I said, that can happen. Sometimes you just have those games where you're out of boost. And what's difficult to get when you're out of boost? More boost. So it was a chain reaction. He was just struggling to keep up with the pace. It's not unusual to hear that from teams playing against BDS. But can keep an eye on him in this second game. If he can just make sure to be as careful with that boost button as possible, never to waste it. I'm sure he's going to be fine.
He's probably in the most difficult position here as well, as actually I'll give that over to Astral.
Wow.
Who faced down the 2v1 and had absolutely no issues with it.
Yeah, I think he's got that NASCAR in a diet. He's just stuck between them both. Not sure how he managed it. It's a wayward from Extra. He's got so much work to do there. It's too much for him to do, really, with boost running out. But Monkeyman's got plenty. Monkeyman scores. BDS was swarming them. And no one from Solary willing to go out there and meet them.
Yeah, you've got 2 players on the goal line. Astral comes in from the back post, drives up. I'm assuming he's expecting the original backboard to be a shot on target. Yeah. As soon as he's gone from that, he's out of the play. He's got nothing he can do anymore. So yeah, just the entirety of Solary getting caught flat-footed. You have to stay in perpetual motion if you want to have any chance at matching this pace. And if you do end up seeing yourself on that goal line, you ain't seeing any boost. If that ball doesn't end up going in to start off with. And speaking of the ball going in, we got an awful lot of respect for the first player. Nobody had an eye on Chaussette.
Yeah, Ferra's called that one early again. Great positioning by Chaussette, because Ferra's threatening the double touch there, but he knows he's not getting it. He didn't have the momentum to reach the ball after taking a mid-air collision from a BDS player. So he's called that he doesn't actually have that one. Chaussette knows BDS couldn't tell. From their angle, it's much harder to see if Ferra's actually hitting that. So great call by Ferra, and a great goal by Chaussette.
Chaussette, and yet again, Monkeyman expecting him to at least take it on the first hit. Seeing a little bit more of Ferra, who is starting to dial in what the balance will be from him from the offense and defense. Astral lets 2 players commit. It's up to Monkeyman actually to try and find a way out, and with 0 boost, he's done exactly that. I don't think I've gone to a perspective yet this game, Johnny, with someone over 50 boosts. It is very much a game where it's at a premium.
Yeah, they're just using it as soon as they get it. I mean, a lot of the time they're using it so they can go get more, but when 2 players use all their boosts to try and grab 100, one of them's getting it, one of them's not. And, you know, when you've got boost steals coming in at the rate they are, it's very likely that somebody's going to be in trouble. But now you're seeing a much more spread out game. You know, we've got BDS sitting deep in their half, Solary sitting deep in their half. When the game extends like this, there's more boosts available because everybody's kind of got their own big boost pad next to them. So now we're good. Now we're back in a full rotation swing of things. But for how long? Because you know BDS aren't going to let Solary stay like this for very long. They will put the pressure on them.
It's an interesting series as well, where both teams will be happy to play the long ball game. BDS have more or less been unbeaten at it all season long, but at the same time, you look across the field, there's nobody over on Solary that hits the ball soft. They will whack it every single time, and both teams will have the same option, which is, now's the time we want to go for the solo play. And one of them actually is Ferra.
Wow.
Trying to show off a little bit of a different side to himself during this grand finals.
Yeah, he must have some new installations. The Airbus really in full flight there, and that's a beautiful sight. Ferra air rolling. That's when you know you're in trouble. Oh, speaking of trouble, Astral is completely on the wrong side of the ball. I'm not sure what he thought Extra was going to do here. It's actually the challenge from Chaussette that sent him on the wrong side of the ball. That's a bit too close, I'd say, for Astral. Chaussette's got ball pressure. There's no need to join him. You don't need to also move in and pressure that ball. He's got to be in position to follow up. Tough one to run into, though. So it's a difficult one to anticipate.
It is a difficult one. I'd give him more of the benefit of the doubt if it wasn't the second time we've seen it this series.
True.
He's got to bide his time a little bit. It's, once again, at a tied game as well. He doesn't need to try and rush these. No, offensive scoring chances are very difficult against BDS, but they will happen. The quality is around on this team. Ferra takes his time. Oh, well, he's got even more of it off that demo. Astral is loitering behind them with Chaussette even further back than that. He's now the one who's called in to shoot. 3 players all jump. And that's the respect they've got for Chaussette.
Yeah, Chaussette has been shooting well today. I don't think BDS are taking any second chances on that one.
They could have gone 4th and a 5th, I reckon.
They would have sent, if they had more players, they would have sent them as well. You know, you can never have too many. But, you know, the good thing is they did have fast recoveries off that save, and they had the recoveries on the inside of the post, on the back wall, so even if another shot comes in, they will have options. Look at that deflection by Mark by 8. Solary just want a chance to get BDS backed up into a corner, pretty much give them a taste of their own medicine. It's not happening. BDS always have a way, whether it's a 50-50 or a hard clear, a dribble or a passing play, they mix it up. They're difficult to box in.
Oh, marked by 8. Waiting to see if Chaussette would offer a mistake. Not going to happen. Monkey Moon infield. This has to be scrambled to at least kept in a savable position by Mark, who's done even better than that. Off the demo, BDS won't be hurting at all from it. Extras save over to Astral. Gets it back to Ferrer. Can't win the race. Cannot win the challenge. 10 seconds left. And Solary needs something big.
Solary, we said they're going to struggle if they fall 2 games behind. They're about to, unless they can pull out something magical. Oh, it was a chance. Ferrer's hit the bar. It's still up in the air. Chaussette keeps it alive. And Astral's got an option to pass down to Ferrer here. He does. It's off the corner wall. Back to Astral and into the ground. It was a chance for Ferrer at the end of the game. And he's hit the crossbar. That's a letdown. And Solary are really in trouble now. You're 2 down against BDS in a grand final. And last time I checked, BDS don't like losing these grand finals. So there's only one way I see this going from here, Shogun. And unfortunately for Solary, it's not going to be the result to send them into a top 4 seeding. Such a meaningful series for them here. They need this. BDS, they're number 1 already. They don't really need this. Why do they want it though?
Yeah, they are the gatekeepers of Europe at the moment. They don't care who they face. They just don't want you to get any higher from it because they want that prize money. And also, they want to break 5,000 points. You know, they are about being those record breakers. But let's sort of discuss how this series has gone so far, because I think it'll be unfair to say BDS are outclassing Solary. Solary are losing this on momentary lapses of judgment where they put themselves out of position and give it for free over to BDS.
Yeah, well, you know, Solary have made those defensive mistakes at the worst times. We saw Astral pressing up aggressively as 3rd man in the last game. Got himself on the wrong side of the ball, and it was a wide open net for BDS in game number 1. Ferrer just couldn't get in the way of a near post approach from Extra, and Extra pretty much 1v3 them. You know, they're making these mistakes in defense, and BDS are not. BDS are always making Solary work for their goals. They're making them work for their shots on target, and that for me has been the difference up until now. And let's see if Solary really do have life in them. They've shown us something today that they haven't shown all season long. And, you know, I know a lot of people online want to see some fight from them here in the grand final. It has to start now.
Everybody online just wants to see whether or not Europe has somebody that is capable of taking down BDS in these big grand finals. It's Astral almost faking out, going early for it. Now he's over to the ceiling. He's giving himself a lot of work to do. Ceiling reset will help.
Oh, wow.
And that is off the crossbar.
Wow.
Astral almost adding another highlight reel. And he was also close. Marked by 8, not really offering much with his shot.
Well, just remember, if you've got to get from A to B in a hurry, don't let Astral drive. He's going to take you on a scenic route. He's going to go quickly as well. He's going to be, man, it must be sickening to be a passenger in an Astral car because he's going all over the place left and right. That was a beautiful approach though, and you can see BDS were really not expecting him to turn it around and send it back towards the goal. And that's just Astral for you. He really does play the game in a unique way. And that's a miss from Chaussette. I think he had a read on Extra making contact. Both players did. Both players missed. Now it's Solary on the counter.
I already know that Astral is capable of pulling out those massive plays in these grand finals. We saw him last season, Season 9 European finals, triple touch to try and put the ball past Vitality.
Crazy.
It was, truly ridiculous. Goal of the season, absolutely.
Oh.
It's Monkey Moon. He's on the breakaway. No boost for him. That's pretty much the norm so far for almost every player that isn't really named Astral. I don't think we've seen Mark all that boost start all that often. Chaussette over to Ferro. How quick it!
Wow.
Ferro jumped, and he was a passenger.
Luckily for him, Astral had a quick follow-up, although Mark is first to the second ball. He's got an open net, and he scores it to the bottom left corner. Just when you thought Solary were the team on the break, Mark plays the 3rd man position as aggressively as you can. That's just a straight-up rush challenge, and Solary did not see it coming.
That is just disrespectful, I think is the nicest way to put it. There was no part of him there that thought he could get beat to that ball. No part of him that thought that maybe the challenge could go against him. That is the confidence that BDS have built up in a grand finals. I reckon they probably feel more comfortable in a grand finals than doing the very first series of the day. And I tell you what, they probably played the same amount of those as well. Chaussette.
You can't be wrong statistically, Shogi, because they haven't lost one. So from a win rate perspective, They're at least as good as any other stage of the competition right now. And as for Solary, I mean, I guess you have to see that kind of confidence coming from their opponents. Mark just charged in, and it looks like a crazy play, but really he's just thinking to himself, I'm in a 1v3, why sit back? What's the point? I'm probably getting demoed if I sit back.
Let's put that statistic into even more context. That's against teams that are not slouching at the time. That's teams at their best form, in a form that got them to beat everybody else in the region, except for BDS. They have not played against a single team that you can look at and just go, oh, well, you know, they probably weren't playing well that day. They played them at their best possible.
Yeah, when the pressure's on, BDS play even better.
Is back?
I think there will be a respawn. Astral does well there. He had the whole goal blocked off. Extra might have had an opening to the bottom left corner. He needed to be quick though. And I think he had it in his mind that he's going to take his time with that shot, try and pick out his spot, and maybe wait for Astral to pre-jump. Astral held his nerve though, he didn't rush in. And you know, I like that because if you're going to get scored on in the respawn, don't pre-jump. At least then you're not going to look silly on the replay if the shot does go in. I don't think that's what was in Astral's mind. He's just playing percentages there. You know, at this point, they just want to win. They need a win, or this is going to be over. It's another crossbar for Astral. Shot set, only able to get 50-50 with Mark.
And you were just hoping that you were going to see an orange card turn up earlier. Now it's the breakaway. Has it happened again?
Wow.
Mark by 8 doubles up.
And you know, you could play the best Rocket League you played all season. Solary have been phenomenal today. They've been phenomenal. They've been unbelievable. But BDS have been BDS. And now that we're in a grand final, I don't think any of us can be surprised with what's happening. I'm just wondering if Solary will get anything here. Are they being swept? And will that just ruin all the confidence that they've built up for themselves by up until now going undefeated in the tournament?
It's just something else, isn't it? If we are going to see Solary make a comeback here, you got to think it has to be now. A reverse sweep against BDS is up there with impossible feats.
I think it has to be last game, to be honest. They had to start, though. Is it too late already?
I think I've heard of things in Norse mythology more likely than reverse sweeping BDS in their grand finals.
It's just a crazy idea. That's madness.
Right, well, it's a crazy idea, but they've got to do it.
Yeah,
3-0 BDS.
It would be something. Oh my goodness, Solary are in trouble here. BDS have just been too good, simply. You know, you see Farah there just sitting back in his chair looking lost for ideas, to be honest. I mean, I can't hear what he's saying here, and I don't know what he's thinking exactly, but that was a face of disbelief because they've been here before. You know, they've played against BDS before. Not in, you know, they haven't played against BDS many times late in a competition in RLCS regional events or majors, but they have in the grid, and Solary actually, back at the start of the season, had a pretty good record against BDS. It was when the tournament got into the later stages that BDS advantage started to show. They only improve as the stakes get higher. When there's nothing on the line, BDS don't play their usual game. When everything is on the line, they look unbeatable. And Solary today haven't really been too far off the pace. It's been a close few games, but not close enough. BDS 3-0.
Yeah, and I feel like this tournament has sort of been... Yeah, I mean, BDS are coming in as undefeated, but this has not been the level that we have got used to seeing from them. It sort of felt like they were scraping by at times. But we also felt the exact same thing over in Fall. There were so many times where they had a 3-2 record coming out of those Swiss tournaments, and yet they'd still go through and smash that final day. So this is not something new from BDS. What we do need something new from is Solary. Big news is that they didn't use the timeout. They want to get back into this.
They don't like timeouts.
Yeah, they really don't.
They don't like
use it in the last grand finals either.
Yeah, we've seen this from them before. They just don't use the timeout, and then they start to win anyway. So Solary they're just eager. They're ready to go next. Just all readied up now. Go, come on, run it back. And you know, I don't know if I agree with that strategy entirely, because we've seen timeouts work pretty well for other teams. You know, build that vitality
as well,
especially.
It's not like they don't believe in making changes. Astral has gone for a new car, and that's made bigger changes to him than a timeout has.
Yeah,
it's kind of ridiculous, but hey, if it works for them, it certainly does work for them. And we've got 5 minutes to find out whether or not that is the case. We just don't want to see that open net. Every single goal we've seen for some time has been open.
Yeah, they have to make it more difficult for BDS to score. And, you know, that's a tall ask, but that's what we're asking. That's what Solary have to provide at this moment. You know, if nothing else, though, it's all about slowing down the momentum that BDS have accumulated. I don't want Solary to be, like you said, giving away free goals. You know, going to overtime with a 0-0 score would be preferable to me than, you know, it's the other option, which is just throw everything at BDS and see if it works. Because I've seen so many teams do that, it doesn't work in grand finals. It doesn't matter what you throw at them, they're going to absorb it in this counter-attack with twice the momentum that you sent on them in the first place. So already we're seeing Solary sit back and, oh, it's trouble. Oh, it's an off Set's car. It was bouncing to safety, and now it's in Solary's net.
Well, I'm not going to say if they weren't already tilted. They were definitely already tilted. That one's just going to put them at the 90-degree angles. That is as bad as it could have been for them.
Is there a worse way to concede when you're already in this position? I don't think there is.
Maybe the exact same goal conceded to put you 2 goals down? I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, I suppose if that we see the same goal again, it would technically be worse, but that has got to be the number one way to just end the series with already 3 minutes 30 seconds.
Oh, they can't let it end like this. Come on, we got to see something from them. Sorry, this has been a... Oh, Ferret, that was a wasteful hit. He's basically set up his opponents. Sorry, need to calm this down. Oh, wait, Astral, one-on-one against Extra. He jumps early. It's just so tetchy at the moment from Solary. They're getting half opportunities, and they just seem surprised by it.
BDS just don't give them anything for free. There's nothing. I mean, there were so many mind games being attempted by Solary, so many solo plays, and they are always having to get their shot past the goalkeeper. You don't get open nets against BDS in the final, certainly not today. And time is now running out. And, you know, I say that because of who Solary are up against. This would usually be plenty time to try and start putting a comeback together. This is BDS. They're a different breed, pressing for more. Luckily for Solary, offensive play has failed.
Extra, another booming clear. It sort of becomes a little bit pointless even pointing it out that it was a good clear at these days. So what they do, as Astral with absolutely nothing, can't even get the boost off the challenge, which was his aim. Everybody's trying to rotate back right now for the lads over on Solary. This is not where they want to be. It might get even worse for them. RLCS playing the ball back, didn't do a great job of it, but he stays in the play. Ferret to try and keep his team in it. And they just don't want to pull the trigger. There's been so many times that they've got in front of the net and they've been a little bit cheeky with it. They want that open net because I just don't feel like they believe they can beat a BDS goalkeeper.
Oh, I mean, it just looks so effortless for Monkey Moon as he swats away Ferret's shot, almost as if to say, why would you shoot that? Have you not seen who's in goal? I'm Monkey Moon. That's not going to work. That's just how easy it is for BDS at the moment. They're on another level, and they're on track to securing 15 grand finals in a row. Oh, it's only the post is saved in there, though, and Astral's follow-up makes this a little bit more interesting. Astral, the man for Solary, but it's Chaussette who started the play by bumping Monkey Moon off the ball.
That wasn't Rocket League, that was a lot of rugby there from Chaussette. Picked up his opponent and just dragged him away from the goal. Hey, if you want Monkey Moon to stop saving your shots, that's pretty much a good way to do it. And now they need to get another one. The good news is that that goal is not going to be the winning one.
Yeah, of course, that would have been diabolical. You know, you lose your grand final. 4-0, and the last goal, the only goal in the last game, is an own goal off a teammate's clear. So it's about as bad as it gets. Now Solary have put themselves in a position to redeem themselves. And Monkey Moon is getting bumped a lot in defense. Ferret's going for a ceiling shot. Things are getting a bit crazy in here, Shogun. This is the sights we're not used to seeing. Astral pressuring Mark, and oh, Chaussette just had to hit the target. Fortunately, he's hit the bar. He will get back and cover the counter-attack, though.
I think the crossbar has been used today more than any other day I've watched.
You should see my ranked games then.
I try to avoid your ranked games for exactly that reason, Johnny. Astral hoping that there was going to be somebody around. Monkey Moon and Extra looking for their one final chance. Mark Bay, though, already starting to rotate back. Mark Bay does win the challenge, however, and Astral put it straight back down. Didn't know if there was a blue card there. Now Astral looks to clear. He's got Shaw set up with him, but a second touch does take it away.
Overtime separates BDS from an undefeated streak of majors. and an undefeated streak of finals. Marked by it, leaves it open. Astro collects the ball calmly in the face of danger. Surprised nobody from BDS trusted Mark to come up with the goods there. He's done it again, but Astro's all over them once again.
Astro had to go low on the challenge. Oh, wait, shot set up position.
Oh!
It's off the post. Farah has to try and clear the lines. And they got away with one. They've been punished for that every single time up till now. But when it came to counter here in game number 4, couldn't quite do it. And now a couple of mistakes happening here from Monkey Moon. Up goes Astro. It's going to drop down. Nobody available to try and put that one in. Here is where that defense will be tested one more time for BDS. And you can see the respect from Solary. They back down. They do not want to overcommit to this.
That's a huge hit from Farah, but Monkey Moon effortlessly clears it. He didn't have a lot of boost. Onto Mark as well. You see the faith Mark by Ace got. The Monkey Moon's going to clatter that ball straight down the middle. He's there before anyone in Solary. And Solary are the players who have the ball coming towards them there. They've got a head start in the race. BDS are still beating them to those. Now here's Solary. Shot set, shoots, and Extra has it covered. That's the sort of offensive connection we need to see from Solary. And there it is again! Astral collects Farah's drop-down pass, and they will not be swept today.
They had to pick their shot, and they picked it beautifully. 1 minute and 22. Every single shot you saw going towards their net could have been the end of the series, but they held their nerve. Solary are still in it, and now they've got 3 more to go to complete the impossible task.
Surely it can't be done. There's just no way.
I'm not going to get excited about this for another
I don't believe it.
10 minutes.
I ain't believing it. I ain't believing it, Shogun. But hey, that's the start. That's at least one step towards believing. I'll start believing after another 2 games. But for now, well played, Solary. You're not swept. You've come back from a horrendous start to game number 4. I mean, let's remember. That clear was just bouncing into the corner. No one was there at the back post for BDS, and Chaussette's accidentally bounced it into his own net. So they've bounced back here. And I want to just say that's a good summary of Solary's entire season. Bouncing back, they did what Team Liquid could not. They did what Dignitas could not, who fell at the final hurdle. They've peaked at the right time. They've finished strong. Can they finish even stronger though? That's the question, because they still need this. If they beat BDS, a reminder for you guys, that improves their seeding at the championships massively. They get into the upper bracket. They get 2 shots at cracking into the top 4. That's a massive advantage, which would be devastating as well for Guild, who are right now sitting in that position.
Chaussette's had an argument against the post. This time he's not going to score the own goal. Astral jumps as quickly as he can. We're so thankful that he was just so close and marked by 8. I don't think rotation is normal for him. I think he just spots the ball, decides he wants it.
It's like we're suddenly in a bot game. No one had boost. That's amazing. That might be the lowest amount of boost you have between every player in the lobby combined, because it's right after a kickoff. Nobody had time to grab boost before the shots start coming in.
Have we reached the point, Johnny, where everyone's trying to go so fast that they become slow?
I think that's what we just saw. I mean, there was no time to get boost because the action demanded pressure on the ball. It demanded saves. It demanded shots, and both teams provided. Luckily for Solary, they were able to go even with BDS in the exchange.
Oh, that's not a great pass from Monkey Moon. Astral still trotting forward a little bit. They don't want to get caught with another one of those sort of goals.
Oh,
that
wow.
might actually be their chance. Where's the orange player? Farah ends up arriving so late. Okay, it's clear. Tried to find a little bit of a undefended area of the field. Couldn't quite get it. Solary will really want this first goal. They've now got to scramble everybody back. Extra. Just going to try and follow it. See if he can find a challenge. Chaussette realizes that, and he's gone around him. Great play by Chaussette. And they need those transitions because BDS is so good at holding on to pressure.
Yeah, it's the positioning of BDS that's really squeezing Solary and pushing Solary to the limit. BDS, they have the advantage in most 50-50s and most challenges because they're in position quicker of the 2 players, and they're able to manipulate these challenges to their advantage. And that's mostly because of their positioning, even though Solary are really trying to move as quickly as possible. BDS have that synergy, they have that communication, as we saw. Astral center ball to no one just moments ago. That's what, the edges of BDS are able to play off and make the game so comfortable for them.
Well, it's definitely part of the comfort that you get as well with a free game advantage, or at least they had a free game advantage. Now it's nothing here for Solary. They can't afford to make any mistakes. So unless it's 100... Oh, no way, Mark!
Whoa. What
that
was
one out?
this? Mark! What on
so good!
I mean, who does that? Who
Okay, Johnny,
goes
I wasn't
for that
happy with
shot?
I was not happy with the last opening goal to be the tournament winner. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, if that wins the tournament, I think we are going to be okay with that one, Mark. I was speechless. I was just hanging there thinking, did he just do that? Did he just pinch that in from the halfway line closer to the ceiling? I think he was right next to the ceiling, but Mark by 8 is, I think, the best pressure player in the world at the moment. Nobody disrupts the play like this guy. So unpredictable. And a chance for Solary and Astral. Sorry, Farah is the one who takes it. My mistake. I saw it. Quick aerial. I'm thinking it had to be. But it's actually a goal steal. Look at those. Farah coming out the net. Don't forget me for saying Astral. I saw a NASCAR up for that one, but Farah has somehow stolen it with one of the most cheeky flips I've ever seen.
We saw Astro have one of those on our top goal segment.
Yeah.
Farah thought, I want one of those.
He didn't need to do that, though. It was already in, unless I told him.
Look, Farah doesn't care. He knows he's the carry at this point. He's the one that's got the goal. Well, Farah, once again, let's see where that confidence is. Extra already up to try and challenge him. 100 seconds left in this game, marked by 8. Yeah, we already knew he was going to win that ball. Now can they win the game off this? Not quite. Didn't want to commit extra. Booming ball up. Farah wants to try and follow. Not going to be able to. Does catch extra. I think he'll consider that a decent bonus. Need to get these shots up a little bit more, though. Force BDS into a very difficult defensive position, because if you don't, and you make the ball easy to run onto for them, they will clear it pretty simply.
You know, Solary, they've ironed out their defensive mistakes. They are pressuring the ball a lot more consistently. They're doing what we asked of them earlier. They're making BDS work for their goals. So let's forget about the own goal that started last game. That doesn't count. That's not part of this example that I'm giving you. But, you know, everything BDS are doing, the plays that Solary are making it more difficult on them. That's a great save. Marked by 8. Putting in work for BDS. Astral. Let's just stop Monkey Moon short of the halfway line. Mark into the middle. Back to Monkey Moon. And BDS lead with 36 seconds to go.
Extra to Mark to Monkey Moon. All 3 players needed. Solary with 36 seconds. What have they got left in the tank? And not only that, can they win this game and win 2 more after that? Or is that simply too much to ask? Extra lands on the ball as Astral does take out 1 player, but this is the last place they want to be. A good 12 seconds wasted just from that clear.
Well, it's not the greatest touch for Monkey Moon, a bit unfortunate, but Astral already turned back. It's up to Chaussette to make something happen. He fakes one, but he can't fake Mark, who's only got eyes on the ball at that moment. Extra, reading the back wall bounce effortlessly. Those aren't easy to do, but he makes it look easy. And BDS are now just a few seconds away from 3 majors in a row.
Farah over to Astral. BDS holding back. They know they've got to go the whole way. And it's dropped up to the corner. That will not be on the floor just yet. Monkey Moon, he's missed it. Extra does get hit, but it's going to be put down by Mark. The pieces were coming together, but BDS hold off for 3. Yes, 3 major championships.
BDS, they are just something else. Where do you start with the accolades this team have put together in an unbelievable season, which will be difficult to beat? Even if we see another 10 years of Rocket League, this amount of domination could still be unbeaten. 15 grand final victories, no losses. 3 majors, no losses. BDS are the best team in Europe by a mile.
It is incredible, and it is something that we might never see again. I'm sure there are people out there that just want to see this team lose, but you will miss them. One day you will miss this team for being quite as good as they are. The triple crown is secured, and in a couple of weeks we see if they can go for the Grand Slam. It is Team BDS as your spring major champions.
Extra will give us some secrets because he's on the line right now to talk about that victory. I doubt he'll give us secrets, but Extra, welcome to the show. Congratulations on another win and this spring split major win.
Thank you again, Leaf. Thank you, guys.
I gotta ask. It seemed like some teams were getting close. Guild managed to take you down. It looked like they had answers, but obviously you guys have figured out what to do to take them down again. First off, what was that? And secondly, do you think any teams are getting close to figuring it out?
I think Guild is pretty good because they have a very solid defense, and it's pretty hard to score on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like if they stay together next season, they can be a top team, like we did this season.
Mm-hmm.
There's one event left, Extra, and that is the championships, where you guys will have to play in best of 7 sets. So how do you feel about that, and how do you feel about your chances? Obviously, probably pretty confident.
We are confident, but that's a lot of games, to be honest. Like 3 best of 7, it's like, and we have to play 2 times, like in semis, and if you win in finals.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope this isn't a best of 5 or best of 7 in finals. I think it's better.
It's not. It's still best of 3, best of 7. So so don't worry about that.
Yeah, pretty confident. The format is kind of new. We're gonna see how it's going.
Yeah, so Extra, not only have people been talking about your team because you've been the best team in Europe, but people have also been talking about it in terms of international conversations. Your team obviously has grown to heights that going into the season has just been an incredible performance. But how does it feel, hearing all the conversations and hearing all these teams constantly talk about beating you guys all the time?
This is boring, to be honest. Like, I'm not gonna call them bad, but like there is no land, so
Come beat us.
You can't know who's the best team in the world yet, so you have to wait. Like I see people, BDS is gonna get clapped by Energy, but we haven't played.
But Extra, I have to type on Reddit. I have to talk about this. I need 5 paragraphs. Come on, Extra, give me something.
That's
well. Extra, you gotta wonder. I mean, you go through this phenomenal season here, and you crush pretty much everybody. And I just want to ask you, what is next for BDS and Extra?
I hope next season there is like a LAN, because this announcement was like very hard to get through. And I think winning more majors. No, we did everything. Winning more regionals. I mean.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It is hard. Of course, I know you want to get across and start kicking the butts of other teams. So hopefully eventually get you there. And so just keep being good, right? That's no problem for you guys. Just keep being good.
I have one thing last to say, please.
Yes, of course. I was going to give you the floor anyways.
Yeah, I want to say we didn't say anything about us being the best team in the world. So stop saying that, please. Like, we're going to see that LAN. Okay? Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. They're saying, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it for us. Well, if there are anything else you'd like to say to shout out, of course, I want to give you the floor to say that. Just thank your teammates, thank everyone supporting you in that, and the fans as well. So the floor is yours.
Thank my teammates for the carry, and thank you guys for the cast as always, and Rocket Baguette as always as well.
Of course. Hey, Extra, congratulations on the win. Looking forward to seeing you play, of course, again in the championships. Have a good one. Enjoy the celebration.
Thank you. See you guys.